Hey there, Heather Boyd Wire here. I make wire art and jewelry making videos on my channel, as well as weekly live streams troubleshooting new designs. So we're going to be making these cute little guitars using the Artistic Wire Deluxe Jig Kit. So what you're going to need for this project is the Beading Artistic Wire Deluxe Jig Kit. I'm using 20 gauge wire. This is aluminum. You could also use the copper wire. You need your tools and of course the pegs and the backings for the jig and some beads. So I'm going to start in the middle of the guitar. I'm going to put one peg here and then count over 1, 2, 3 and put the other peg there, and then as you go you'll want to put the backings on them just so they don't wiggle around when you're using the jig. Okay, and then from there I want to put, these are sort of the second largest size of peg, and so I'm going to count down 1, 2, 3 and stick that one in there, and then I'm going to do the same on the other side. 1, 2, 3 and stick that one there. Okay, and then we need the upper pegs, so these are the second smallest size, and I'm going to count up 1, 2 like this, and this size would be okay for probably a pendant or an ornament. They might be a little bit big for earrings, but you could probably adjust the jig to make it larger, maybe even a little bit smaller for earrings, or you could just freehand them. So people have asked me before if we could just freehand these designs, and you definitely can. So this one's going to go here, and that's going to be to bend the wire up. So this is pretty well the configuration for the guitar, pretty straightforward. And then what you're going to do is take your wire, and I like to start at the bottom, and so hold it in place with your 2 fingers and then just go around and then back and then that way. And then same on this side, around. I always bend it a little further than the peg just to make a nice clean bend that way, and then up. This makes a bit of a soft turn. You can always use a nail if you want a sharper turn, and we're going to go in like that. So this is pretty well the beginning points of the guitar. So we have it just like that, and then what you can do is just kind of wiggle it around a little bit. If you have to kind of adjust the shape, you totally can. And what you want to do is twist this in a way that it's nicely centered. So we're going to hold it in a way, make sure it's around the middle, and then go around, okay, like that. And then this one's going to go straight down. So we have what looks like the beginnings of the guitar. Now up here we want to put relatively smaller size beads just to make it look like sort of the that part of the guitar. And so I have a variety here that I'll show you guys. These are my favorite beads. These are the miracle beads, and I have some cat's eye beads too. So I thought maybe we'll go pretty plain. I'm gonna just use some black beads, and I'm not quite sure how many that we need on there. Just keep putting them on until you like the look. You want it to be relatively proportionate. So I put on about 7 beads for that, and then you want to make a loop at the top because that's going to be how you hang it. So we're just going to bend it to the left or right, depending on if you're left-handed or right-handed, and then we're just going to make our complete turn. And then what I'm going to do is just give it a twist around. So we're going to go like that. And you have a couple of choices. If you did want to make it look like there's strings, you could probably bring that wire down to make it look like there's strings on the guitar. Otherwise, you can just clip it off if you want to showcase the beads. And so when we go down this way, let's continue putting on a few more of the black beads. And then what we're going to do is put a bead on to represent the whole of the guitar. Like, this is very stylized. So if we put a few beads like that, and then we want one, probably would be best to use a flat-ish bead, but I'm just going with what I have here. So I'm just going to use this larger round bead. This is a hematite bead. So to keep it really stylized, I'm just going to finish it here. So I'm just going to cut this to about 1/4 inch. And then I'll just take the end and just make a little loop. And that's going to hold that bead in place. And it just looks really cool and very simple. So this one I'm going to finish a little differently. Instead of cutting off the end, I'm actually going to leave a longer end to try to do some strings. So when we do this one, we could form, even if you want, more like a shape that looks like the end of a guitar. So we're going to go like that, sort of a more squared shape. So we're going to do a shape like that. And then we want to hold that with our pliers and bring that around, and we're going to form some strings. So what we want to do is I just use my fingernail, I just bend it at a bit of an angle here, and what we want to try to do is get it to go through this loop here. So let's see what we can do. We might have to bend this up a little bit so it's not, you know, too pushed down from the end of the bead there. So we're going to go like that, and then we might have to just curl it over the end of the bead a little bit. So let's just curl it a little bit around the end of the bead so it's got a little bit of an angle, and then we're just going to bend it just to the left there. Okay, so it's got a little bend, but we want to still keep this relatively long. It has to be able to come back up here. So we could cut a little bit off, but not too much. And then we're going to take this end and put it through the loop. So let's put it through the loop. If you kink your wire a little bit, no problem. Just kind of fix it up a little bit. You can get a cloth and just do like that. So bring this back. See, we've got these strings like that. And the same thing, you want to curve it over the edge of the bead again, just so they'll sit beside each other. So that's kind of cool. And then we want to hold it here at the top and just twist it around the top so it stays in place. So hold it with your thumb and finger and bring it around. Okay, and then you can just give it a little clip. And there you have it. It's a little more realistic with the strings. That's super cool, and you could still see the rainbow beads through there. So thanks so much for watching the video. Give it a big thumbs up if you liked it. Be sure to subscribe to my channel for lots more DIY wire art and jewelry making videos. Hit the notification bell to be notified when I go live and when I post new videos. And if you'd like to share pictures of your wire art creations, be sure to join the Facebook group, the Wire Art and Jewelry Makers Club, where we share photos and inspiration. And if you don't have Facebook, no problem. You could email photos to info@heatherboydwire.com, and I'll share them in the community section of my channel. And if you'd like to check out our wire art and jewelry on Etsy, we have a shop where we make custom wire jewelry and wedding cake toppers. If you'd like to learn some more specialized techniques for wire art and jewelry, I offer an online course where I have modules about making flattened wire bookmarks and also making spiral beads for necklaces and earrings, and how to make a special kind of tree where you weave the wires together. So there's also a module about how to make your own jig, and that one comes with all the templates for the designs I've made so far, including the ones made with the Artistic Wire Deluxe Jig Kit. Or if you prefer just to purchase the templates, I have a link for that below as well. So thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you the next time.